Yeah, wild cards are convertible into gems in a roundabout way through limited. So we did this today. So let me do a review of that, and then probably call it a day. So this is what we did today. We noticed that we were going to draft a Ravager Worm. It was actually pack 3, pick 1, and we were Orzhov, and there was nothing great in black or white in the deck. And so we came in, and we left the draft, went into our decks, went into our collection, and looked up Ravager Worm. We looked up this Ravager Worm, and at the time we noticed that we had one of them. There was already one Ravager Worm in our collection, and we were poised to draft a second. So before completing the draft, we had a bunch of wild cards, and we used 3 of our mythic rare wild cards to boom, 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 fill up our playset of Ravager Worms. Then we go back to the draft, take our 5th Ravager Worm, and we actually could have, you just need to do it before the end of the draft, but then at the end of the draft, we got 40 gems for having drafted a 5th copy of a Ravager Worm. And so we spent 3 wild cards, 1, 2, 3, to get 40 extra gems. And that's how you convert wild cards into gems. And in this case, today, we converted 3 into 40, but effectively we have banked the value of 2 wild cards in these other 2 slots, like because the next 2 times we draft Ravager Worm, we will have earned an additional 40 and then another 40 that we would not have earned if we had not spent the wild cards. So we're trying to turn wild cards into gems, and now every time we draft Ravager Worm, we're going to get 40, and the next 2 times we draft Ravager Worm, we will get 40 gems that we would not have gotten had we not converted our wild cards into 4 copies of the worm. But that's how you do that. If you don't care about constructed, your goal as a limited player, a heavy limited player especially, should be to be converting your rare and mythic wild cards into 4-ofs of cards you are about to draft so that you sneak extra gems out of that draft. And hopefully that catches everybody up on those systems and how to make the most of them for your drafting.